must come down.
Oh!
Wow. Takedown. Now Horsky's on top.
I mean, Mokima Airlines was in operation, but Horsky managed to derail that flight.
Mokima Airlines considerably more trustworthy than EasyJet, but that's a different story. Horsky on top now, just trying to solidify the position before he does anything else. Landing little short elbows and just trying to make it uncomfortable for Mokima on the bottom. Try and force him to expend as much energy as he can in this position.
Yeah, I mean, just staying heavy on his opponent, landing constant shots, keeping the volume out there. It's good work from Horsky. And while perhaps he doesn't perhaps have the biggest wins per se as a pro, but I'd say his most impressive win actually comes as an amateur in when he defeated the 2019 World Cup bronze medalist Jindřich Krejča. And here he is finishing things off on top position.
Big, deep breaths taken there by Mokima. Now he's making sure that the crowd are getting into it. What a character.
Yeah.
What would you say he is? Oh, a 5'7" maybe?
Something like that. It's. I mean, I can't recall ever sort of seeing this big of a height discrepancy live. It's just insane, really.
The only thing I can really equate it to would have been when Roy Nelson fought Stefan Struve.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good point. Yeah, there was.
They're not dissimilar. Mokima's not dissimilar in his kind of approach. A little thicker, a little bit squatter with big, heavy hands.
Yep.
But again, both guys have been in top position.
Yeah, and neither really landing decisive ground and pound.
Yep.
I mean, they're both keeping active for sure, but nobody has landed that big punch that sort of changed the picture of things.
Horsky on his way to get right back up again.
This truly is a Saturday night sloppy special right here.
Another takedown from Mokima. This fight is so entertaining.
You'd think it was fought in a slip and slide the way we're going down.
Oh, transition, the slowest Kimura bump sweep I think you've ever seen. I say that with great respect and fondness, though.
Absolutely, but this is a good position for a check here in mount. He's got, he's trying to get a rear naked choke.
Trying to switch palm to palm, very late in the round. Landing big shots.
Horsky seems exhausted, though. He's not landing with the authority, but he needs to.
And my God, the chin of Mokima. Referee taking a long, hard look at this. Hammer fist after hammer fist careering into the dome of Mokima.
Horsky channeling his inner Donkey Kong right there at the end of the second round. Some blood in the mouth of Mokima as well.
And we go to a third and final round. I'm not sure anyone, including both of these fighters, would have expected that.
Oh, no, I definitely don't think so. And the question is, how do you score this?
With great difficulty. And like we say, that there has been more transitions and more changes in momentum in this fight than any I recall seeing in the recent memory.
Yeah, let's see, there was some of that action up against the cage. Mokima using it to get the takedown. I mean, really, the momentum is swinging back and forward like a pendulum on a clock in the middle of a storm. There's one of those spinning attacks. Just missed with those kicks, did Horsky.
It's just wonderfully reckless.
Yes.
Here we go, third and final round, and you can tell how much the people here are enjoying this fight.
It's like you said earlier, this feels like such a throwback fight. It's like, oh.
More of a slip, I think, than a clean shot.
Yeah.
Fatigue definitely starting to play a part.
Big knee there from Horsky. Oh, and an elbow too.
Like we said at the start, Mokima can take a licking and keep on ticking. This man completely unfazed by some huge shots.
I mean, I think some of that is a testament to the, his tough upbringing and early life in the Congo, I'm sure this is like a walk through a spring meadow in comparison.
You'd like to see the fan in me wants to see a little bit of separation here and big shots being landed.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Horsky should think about separating as well, because that height and reach advantage, which is so pronounced, it's not really serving him well here.
How did Mokima make featherweight? That boy is thicker than a Snickers.
Yeah.
Trying to get in on yet another takedown. Can't quite see if he has the hands connected, but gets the takedown.
I gotta say, the takedown success from Mokima is truly something to behold. Statistically, it's quite incredible.
There are 3 inevitabilities in this life: death, taxes, and Mokima getting the takedown.
Clearly. And again, Horsky kind of trying to stall the position. Oh, here he goes, sliding some strikes from the bottom.
Gives off kind of Krzysztof Soszyński vibes.
You know, now that you mention it, yeah. Yeah, he sure does. Something about heavily tattooed, bald Eastern European guys.
We love a wee scrap. And Horsky, much to his credit, is still landing shots from the bottom. Mokima nestled into his chest. A little struggle snuggle. You can see Horsky trying to reach over for that bump sweep again.
Yeah. Mokima unloads there with a couple strikes.
The atmosphere in the Rams arena is electric from start to finish.
And chants of Kresu Bomaye raining in through the building. That means in Congolese, Kresu kill him. Made famous perhaps by Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle when that was chanted by fans. Oh, look at that. Mokima gets the full mount position again.
Horsky trying to bridge. There is space there for him to get his leg in.
Yeah.
Potential to reclaim half guard.
I mean, Horsky could perhaps go for a sweep as well.
Using the cage to his advantage. Oh, and transitions beautifully. Now he is on top.
This is such a nuts fight right here.
I'm loving every single second of this. Horsky needs to do something definitive now. 90 seconds left in the round. He needs to either finish the opponent or land some heavy ground and pound. Because more often than not, in a fight like this, it's usually he who finishes the strongest gets the nod.
Yeah, I mean, if it's even enough, then what is going to stick out with the judges? Whoever has the biggest exclamation point by their sort of offense.
You would want, but also weekend striking, because obviously you want to be able to push off of your lead leg when you're trying to really get those haymaker knockout strikes. And it looks like a small cut already.
Cut on the eye, left eye there, exactly. Arabzai getting hit, and we'll see how the situation unfolds regarding that particular cut. We'll keep an eye out for that, no pun intended there. But looking at Kobaxidze, capitalizing, going for the left jab, trying to close the distance and strike the face yet again, maybe contemplating the front kick there as well. We saw the knee go up and the foot get into position, but he held back on that one.
And as we saw in the graphics, he is a pure striker. That is a testament truly to where he feels most comfortable. He has said that he feels at home when he's boxing.
Oh, check out the low kick. Pardon the interruption.
No, that was... I mean, see, that is where Kobaxidze is at his best, when he's mixing up his striking. We're just seeing that right here. And
that prompting an immediate response, Sebastian. That is unbelievable, the way the up-tempo has taken place here. And Arabzai trying to...
Great balance there by Kobaxidze. That is very, very nice takedown defense right there. And it is definitely it's a bit of a statement as well, because it's showing Arabzai that, hey, you're going to have to try harder. Because if you're Kobaxidze, just staying on the outside, and you can probably win this on points, if nothing else. Arabzai, he's got to start finding a way to getting this fight to the ground.
And there you have it. It is going down to the mat, and on the mat it's going to be a different game. Kobaxidze not using his tools to his advantage like moments ago when they were standing up head-to-head, and Arabzai very much more comfortable in this situation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. As mentioned, he's a big fan of Khabib, and what is Khabib good at? Smashing on the ground. And Arabzai had said that he hopes to secure the fight of the night here at Hexagone 6. And he's just a real workhorse. I mean, I don't expect that cut really to be something that troubles him in that sense. I mean, it might give the cage side physicians a bit of a headache, but I expect Arabzai to just kind of power through it.
Looking strong here with the upper hand in this position, but once again, anything can change. Now, Sebastian, what does Nika have to do to get himself out of this predicament here?
So right now, you can see he's in a closed guard. He's locking his feet together, and that's usually more of a temporary defensive move. That's basically holding your opponent in place, but it's not good if you want to get out of this. So what he needs to do is he needs to open up the guard and push away from his opponent. Though unfortunately now for him, he's got the cage working against him. The cage can be an ally, it can also be an enemy. In this sense, it is actually blocking his route of escape. He can kick off like he's doing out there, but you see he can't. It was hard to get out, and now full mount position here for Arabzai. This is a great position for the Afghan fighter who now calls France home. Oof. Time just ran out there. I think the graphics
are a little bit behind. We're about 10 seconds off, ladies and gentlemen, but nevertheless, that was a great way to handle the situation for Arabzai, feeling the pressure under Kobaxidze's the striking capability that he was demonstrating before, taking it to the mat, and that was a...
Well, and expect some flashy stuff from him. Since he moved to France, he has wins in pancration, Muay Thai, MMA, and K1 kickboxing, so he's a guy who can kind of do it all. Oh,
how's that?
Spinning back elbow there as well. Just as I said, expect some flashiness from him.
There you go.
He caught Arabzai there as well, coming in. Arabzai might be a little shaken.
Yeah, he looks like he's not reacting the same way. Indeed, is that a moment where Kobaxidze can capitalize on? Oh!
There's a takedown, a good sprawl there from Kobaxidze. Perfect.
Good reaction there, going for the takedown, resisting that one nicely and staying in a prominent and dominant position. And Nika getting a lot of applause and support from the French crowd here in Paris.
Absolutely. The cheers raining into the cage here. And it's Kobaxidze in the open guard. I can't quite see the hand positioning on the right side, but he should be able to advance. Yeah, he's in half guard now. Much better position. And luckily that cut not bleeding into the eye, impeding Arabzai's vision in any way.
And again, we're the second half here of round number 2 with a scenario similar to what we had earlier on. It is all down on the mat. That's where it's taking place. A reversal of storylines, if you will. Kobaxidze now enjoying the position on top of his opponent.
You can kind of see that Kobaxidze not necessarily as comfortable on the ground as Arabzai was. He passed to full mount very, very quickly, like a hot knife slicing through butter. Kobaxidze, he's finding a little bit more adversity here, which is to be expected. It's not perhaps his biggest strength, but nonetheless, this is a dominant position. He is scoring points and strikes here, so definitely where he should be right now as well. Only thing I'm thinking of, he's kind of giving Arabzai a breather to sort of get his bearings back under him. He did seem a little shaken before, and if you're Arabzai, then here you can kind of hold on. You can kind of almost sacrifice this round in favor of getting your head back into the game for the third.
Exactly. We're talking about that moment earlier on. We looked a little bit shaken, but not necessarily stirred. Arabzai back on his feet, his opponent as well. And it looks like Kobaxidze is just waiting for the perfect opportunity to create the ultimate combination. And it's Arabzai, in fact, moving ahead, pressing forward. Let's see which of the two can land the strike, going for the low kick for Kobaxidze. And there you have the back fist landing that one in dramatic style, but the reaction from Arabzai as well. Spectacular.
That is always the risk when you go for spinning attacks, because there's always a moment where you give up your back and where you don't have eye contact with your opponent. He has done a nice job at reversing the clinch position here, though he does have an underhook on his left side. But personally, I think the Kobaxidze, he should disengage and continue fighting on the outside, adding up those leg kicks and switching up, going low and then high.
Let's see if he listens to you right there, Sebastian. But moving forward here, Kobaxidze, the one to take down his opponent. How's that? And both men now back on the mat for the better part of 40 seconds or so before the end of round number 2.
Interesting turn of events there. It could very well be 1-1 in terms of rounds.
Yeah, I was going to ask you for your assessment on that, because obviously round number 1 in favor of Arabzai, but round number 2.
Yeah, I'd say round 2 was closer, but we did see more consistent top position from Kobaxidze, and he was also the one scoring, a lot of his strikes on the outside. He did eat a couple of those flurries, but it seems like the overall cleaner and more precise shots were from Kobaxidze. So that on top of the dominant position that he held, I think that would seal the deal. So it could very well all come down to this third and final round here.
Third round, that's going to be the decisive one. 5 minutes indeed to convince the judges which of the two are going to walk away with the grand prize. And we're still looking at that cut. If you see the full screen picture here on Arabzai, that cut that he sustained in round number 1, but everything is under control. There's no bleeding, no active bleeding, obviously, in the situation now. Let's see how Kobaxidze can react as well. Can he bring his A game and his A striking game back to round number 3? Is that going to be the key for victory for the Georgian fighter, do you think?
I do think so. He's kind of playing with fire with some of his grappling exchanges. I mean, he's done good now in the second round, but I just feel like when you do have such a clear way path to victory, why not stay there? He's always running the risk of getting reversed when he's on the ground. See, that was a perfect leg kick. You saw the reaction that he got from Arabzai. Nice strike there as well. He's doing, and another nice right hand.
Oh, he is rocking his opponent, and he's getting ready to, there he is. He is down, and he keeps on firing, going for the face and protecting himself, Arabzai. Oh, look at that, Kobaxidze. And Arabzai with some good reaction there as well.
Yeah, he's doing good trying to, close that distance. And basically when he's keeping him close like that, he can't get struck in the same way. Oh, but